All right, and that leads us into WWE TLC, or as they now call it, WWE Tables, Ladders, Chairs, and Stairs.
I think that might be gimmick infringement against Jeff Hardy.
Don't worry, they'll bring back what they can to the Bushwhackers and Ned Bears next year.
It's just so weird because
that would be fucking awesome.
They didn't change the hashtag though, so it's still TLC, or WWE TLC, which is odd. But all of the promotional material, the way it's described on the website, Wikipedia, everything else that's referring to it, it's all TLCS. So, first of all, are you guys okay with the name change?
Do we have rules on what the stairs match actually?
No.
Is it just a standard match, but stairs are allowed?
I imagine.
Or do you got to climb up the pole, retrieve the stairs, and then hit your opponent with them?
I have no idea.
Big Show and Rowan will be jousting on motorcycles, holding stairs, and they keep going at it until one gets knocked off their motorcycle. If that's not it, I'm fucking out.
That sounds like you're fucking out.
Yeah. Remind me, if, like in a chairs match or a tables match, if you use another weapon, is that a disqualification?
No, that's the crazy thing. In these matches, anything fucking goes.
Then why name it a stairs match?
I don't know.
Well, okay, so a chairs match, generally, from just my memory, it just means you can use chairs. So chairs are like in the ring, and they're wildly available. A tables match, you actually have to put someone through the table. A ladder match, you have to climb the ladder to get whatever it is that they're getting at. Stairs, like, what are you going to do? Like, are you going to, does the match end when someone ends up on the stairs, or?
Well, it could be just like a ladder match, except, you know, like in like Home Depot or Office Max, they have those stairs that are on wheels that they can move around to get up to the upper level.
Yeah.
They have to pull that from underneath the ring and get that slid into the ring and then put up and stabilized and climb up to get the...
Oh my god, they're making a Stairway to Janice match.
Do you think that Big Show will have like an extra heavy duty version like he does the ladder?
Might as well. The question is how many times, what's the over under and how many times he turns in this match?
Actually, I think the higher number will be how many times Cole like gets incredibly excited when someone can, oh my god, they lifted the stairs. That's impossible. It's so heavy.
The story here is that they've lifted the stairs.
Big Show hit him with the stairs first, then Erick Rowan hit him with the stairs next, but then Big Show came back and hit him with the stairs again.
Wait, nope, that's just Big Show's shoes.
So, yeah. Okay.
Can we just make the rest of the show talking about how fucking ridiculous this match is going to be?
I don't know, is Big Show going to cry about it?
Yeah, I think he should cry at least once.
Make Rowan feel bad, drop the stairs, and then get slammed.
Yeah. Well, let's just jump into this. Let's just jump into this match, and then we'll go over the rest of the card. But Erick Rowan versus Big Show in a stairs match. Obviously, none of us have any idea of what that actually means. But obviously, steel stairs will be involved. I don't know if that's different than the regular stairs that they have. But who do you guys got, Nick?
I think Rowan will go over on this one. This doesn't seem like a long-term feud, so yeah, Big Show will do the job.
Hopefully it's not a long-term feud. Okay. Joe?
If Big Show wins, I quit the show. Just kidding. I'm not quitting the show. But Big Show better lose, because really, when he had to run down to the ring, I'm sorry, but Big Show running from the Tron to the ring on Raw, Little Nate would beat him on that huge WrestleMania run. If he had to do that and Show had to do the short run for Raw, Little Nate would beat him by like 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
that 3-mile run or whatever the freak he had to do. Dear God, man. I'm going to have to go watch that after the show.
I'm going to go with Erick Rowan as well. I think, they really haven't done much with this match. Obviously, they haven't explained it. They are sort of trying to build Erick Rowan as a singles guy, and they're developing his character. Like, he's got the Rubik's Cube now, and he's this genius that we were never
He's a
aware
Renaissance man.
Yeah, we were never aware of that before. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Erick Rowan as well. Seems like overall the live chat is behind Erick Rowan as well. So here's the rest of the card. We've got a kickoff match between A New Day and Gold and Stardust. The Divas Championship will be defended between Nikki Bella and AJ, as she defends against AJ Lee. Rusev will defend the U.S. Championship against Jack Swagger. Luke Harper will defend the Intercontinental Championship against Dolph Ziggler. Miz and Mizdow will defend the Tag Team Championships against the Usos. Ryback versus Kane in a chairs match. Cena versus Rollins in a tables match to determine the number one contender for the WWE Championship title match that who knows when that'll actually take place. And Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt in a TLC match. Overall, the card that we have right now, which match are you most looking forward to?
Oh, that one gets tough, but it's got to be New Day versus Gold and Stardust. No. Although I have been enjoying the New Day matches and segments. I'm going to go with Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt. I think them getting the TLC match is a big nod toward both guys, because, there's nothing more to do there. That's the crown jewel of this pay-per-view and Stairs. But yeah, I think Ambrose Wyatt is going to be really good. I speculate, though, that we could see some interesting stuff in that tables match.
Real quick, don't forget, we said the same thing last pay-per-view, that Wyatt versus Ambrose was going to be the match of the night, and it ended up just being a commercial for TLC. So it's quite possible they might do the same thing.
What, and advertise for the Rumble?
Yeah.
So how do
Wyatt's
they do that
family
one?
invades and
all
over the rope?
All the Wyatt children come in and singing he's got the whole world in his hands.
And everyone starts throwing them over the rope.
I'm just saying, the live chat is saying the same thing. They want to see Ambrose versus Wyatt. Many are predicting that's going to be the match of the night, but we did the same thing last pay-per-view, and WWE trolled us.
Hey, but they trolled us in a way that we could possibly see an even better match with both these, with a match that fits both these characters, both these personas.
It's true. Nick?
Now I just really want to see Ambrose kicking children over the top. God damn it, guys.
That would be hilarious. But, yeah, now that I've got it in my head that Ambrose versus Wyatt might well be a trap, I'm going to say Harper versus Ziggler. I think that might be the highest quality match on the card as far as the match itself goes. I'm definitely very excited about Ambrose versus Wyatt, and like you said, Cena versus Rollins has a lot of possibilities. Reigns sparing with Rollins for a table. But yeah, Harper versus Ziggler is going to be my match of the night.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a lot of good opportunities here. Ambrose versus Wyatt should be a good match. Should be a very good match. Harper versus Ziggler should also be a very good match. Miz and Mizdow versus the Usos, I have high hopes for. I mean, generally speaking, like, all of these matches should be really good. I mean, like, on paper, there really isn't that bad of a match. It's just a matter of the story involved that I am struggling with, especially for a match that, to me, doesn't really need to be here, like Ryback versus Kane.
Yeah, Rusev versus Swagger is going to be an awesome match to watch, but I am definitely ready for that angle to end.
Yeah, and looking at the ladder match, I did go back. Garvin, Nick, and I had a conversation earlier today, and it never mentions Luke Harper when he was known as Brody Lee being in Prime or PWO, and I wasn't able to find a reference to it unless you actually search for Prime Brody Lee. And you actually get YouTube videos of him being there. So
right.
the fans who are going to be in attendance at this pay-per-view are getting two guys they've seen wrestle in Ohio. They're getting Dolph Ziggler, who's born there, and then you get Luke Harper, who spent a decent amount of time, from what I've seen anyway, wrestling in Ohio. So you've got two guys that should get a huge pop. That could definitely be a fan favorite.
Well, I think Harper's gonna get a pop no matter what. I mean, fans are still into him despite this whole build with him holding the title has been kind of weak from a storyline perspective. But I think, fans are still behind the Wyatt family in some capacity, especially Harper. So I think regardless of where Harper was, or, if he did spend some time in Cleveland, which, a small minority of the audience will probably know and understand, I think he'll still get a huge pop for sure. So let's start off with the kickoff. New Day versus Gold and Stardust. Who do you see winning, Joe?
And this one, I think we're going to see the New Day win. It's just going to be it's hard not to see them win when they're really trying to push these guys and get them off the ground. I mean, we've seen them all individually, but getting them off the ground now is going to be a great idea. And they definitely need a few wins, decent wins to get that going. And I think Gold and Stardust are a huge win.
Nick?
Yeah, I'm in agreement with Joe. I think the New Day is going to go over here. Gold and Stardust star is falling, and a New Day is dawning.
Yeah, I think overall I'm with you guys. A New Day should win this. I know a lot of us were disappointed that they didn't win the tag team turmoil match, but overall, this is a good opportunity for them to go over veterans, and start off with an actual chance for momentum. So I'm gonna go with a New Day as well. Divas Championship, Nikki Bella defends against AJ Lee. Any chance AJ Lee walks out with the title?
Given everything that's happened, I'm gonna say no. I'm thinking AJ is going to get screwed over, and I think we're going to be seeing we'll be near the end, if not the end, of AJ Lee in the WWE.
Fuck, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking since she got the Slammy, she might get the belt too, but damn it. What the hell? I'll still say AJ Lee. I think the build is going that way, and I don't know that Vince cares enough about the Divas division to change things on the fly there.
Yeah, I don't know. AJ Lee, I would prefer to be champion, but
me too. But I just don't think it's going to happen.
No, I don't think so either. And I'm lost. You guys know I skipped 2 to 3 weeks of Raw. So I kind of lost footing as far as the storylines go between Nikki and Brie Bella. I thought the 30 days were over and they hated each other, but now they're like friends again or something. Does anyone know what happened with that?
Nobody knows. They just.
I don't know if it was all a work. Okay, this is gonna get weird. There's never been that clear an explanation of whether Brie and Nikki have been working together all along, or whether Brie is a victim of Stockholm Syndrome, or blood is thicker than water, or what the fuck is happening there. But Brie and Nikki are best buds now.
No, my speculation is that Brie is going to help Nikki get the title so that Brie can then go, haha, bitch, I'm tired of working for you. Suck my and kick her sister's ass.
Here is my thought, because I thought it was odd that they were like buddy again this week and last week for the most part. So my speculation is the news just came out, I think last week, that Daniel Bryan wasn't going to be coming back as soon as they were hoping, that he was going to be gone potentially past WrestleMania 31. So, maybe there was a story that they were going to tell with that feud continuing, but because Daniel Bryan wasn't going to be returning, as expected, they changed directions. That seems to be the more legit thing that WWE would do.
That's possible.
I just think Vince's issues with CM Punk are outweighing his decision to not have any Total Divas personality be the women's champion or the Divas champion.
I don't know. You know, it does seem like WWE is somewhat apologetic, though, to CM Punk. So I could actually see them giving AJ the title just to continue those warm wishes.
I think the only thing they're giving in CM Punk is they're letting AJ finish out her contract without any issue, and he got his best of luck in your future endeavor post on the site. I think that's all. I mean, lawyers were involved. They reached a settlement, as was said in both podcasts.
Yeah.
That being said, there are certain things when you have a settlement, you just don't. The things you can't do, so they're doing the only things they can. And at this point, it just looks so bad for WWE on that one that they're just going to be like, okay, well, good luck. That's all we can say. And that's it. That's all we're getting. So I think AJ's just going to finish it out.
Yeah, and that well-wishing does seem like something that Joey Styles would do on his own since he's in charge of that online stuff.
Oh, yeah, but I could see him getting his ass chewed the hell out if it wasn't backed.
Yeah. Well, I think Joey has enough clout that he could, well, you don't like it, I'm out. I'll go work for ESPN.
He may have enough clout to be like, well, fuck you, I'm out, but anybody's got, Jander's got that. I don't think he would necessarily get work at ESPN. I don't know if he's ever worked at ESPN, did he?
No, I don't think he would. I think he would go back to his regular job.
They took Coach.
Yeah, but Coach was a different, just a different type of
guy
in general. You know,
I don't know. It just seems Joey doesn't need the WWE.
Oh, totally not. Yeah, totally not. So, all right. Well, storyline purposes though, I do like the idea, like you said, Joe, and the live chat is also echoing that. You know, where Brie and Nikki are going to end up feuding in some capacity over the title, and this is just Brie helping Nikki retain so that, you know, now that AJ lost her rematch, Brie can move up. So I'm okay with that as well. U.S. Championship, Rusev defends against Jack Swagger. This was a feud that started months ago and has finally come back. Zeb Coulter has a broken leg, and that is so disappointing. Overall thoughts on this. It kind of seems like last minute that they pushed these two together. Do you like this match? Who do you see winning? Nick?
I think Swagger is going to go over here. He definitely needs justice for Zeb. And I'm hopeful that this is where they finally end this angle.
The angle as in what?
This angle of Rusev and Lana being Putin's representatives here on U.S. soil.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm hoping that this ends the fuck America and turns more into America fuck yeah. You know, Swagger, we wanted Swagger to be the one to topple Rusev. It fit because he was the All-American. You know, he ended up losing. Big Show lost. Mark Henry lost. Everybody lost to Rusev. It's just, I mean, unless this is the only way they can figure to put Rusev on the card, I think Swagger's taking this because, damn it, dude needs a win. And this would be huge. There's no reason to put these two together again without Swagger going over.
I don't know, guys. I can't imagine that they would end this. I mean, I understand the sentiment that it is kind of, you know, monotonous and boring almost to continue just because there isn't that opposition that we really want to see win. I don't put Jack Swagger in that spot. I don't think you have Rusev lose in what really to me appears to be a filler match. You know, a last minute stretch to try and fill out the card. That's what this feels like to me. So, you know, while I'm with you that I do want to see someone finally topple Rusev so that he can move on to his next thing, I just can't imagine that they would end his gimmick, you know, in general, the angle that he's, you know, Putin's guy and Russia over U.S. But I don't know. I just can't see Jack Swagger being that guy. So I'm going to go with Rusev here.
What Garvin is really saying, live chat, is that he's going with Rusev because he's Pinko Kami scum.
I just know when I've been beaten.
Why don't you go wait in line for bread, and Nick and I will finish up the
No, I still like Rusev. I think Rusev has a good spot here in WWE, and yeah, they haven't put as much focus into him, especially with the whole authority angle kind of getting involved. But yeah, I just I don't want to see it end in this way. I want to see it end at some point, but not in a last minute filler match. Moving on from that, we've got Luke Harper defending the Intercontinental Championship against Dolph Ziggler. This should be epic. I don't feel it, though. I feel like this is lost in the mix. 6 months ago, 8 months ago, even 4 months ago, I would have loved to see this, the spotlight on Dolph Ziggler, especially with him being like the last man standing with the authority, and going up against Luke Harper and Luke Harper's first singles feud. Like, this has all of the elements to make a perfect feud for me, and I think WWE is failing. Do you guys feel the same way?
No, I enjoy the rivalry between Ziggler and Harper. It helps that they're putting on great matches, but yeah, I like the idea of Harper splitting off from the Wyatt family and becoming this soldier for hire. And I like the fact that he's got gold on him, even though wearing the IC title belt ensures that you are lost in the mix. But yeah, I'm not expecting a whole lot story-wise out of this match. I just know they're going to put on great matches, so that's all I'm really looking to get out of this.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a great match. I don't agree with you, Garvin, that that this would have been good 6-8 months ago. Definitely, I definitely think that these guys are coming, or at least Harper's coming into his own. And I think this is, and after Ziggler was the last man standing at Survivor Series, he needs to continue. He needs a 5-star match here to really continue that. No matter if he wins or loses, it's got to be a 5-star match to continue any type of momentum. I could definitely see Dolph taking the title here, and I can't wait to see Harper work a ladder match. Being a bigger guy, I'm very interested to see how he'll work in this match compared to Ziggler, who, I mean, for all intents and purposes, could be considered a cruiserweight with his athletic ability. He's got more of that X division, I can flip shit around, and I can sell like a motherfucker. So, yeah, I think Ziggler's going to do some great selling, but I think Ziggler's going to walk out with the title.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I think this is going to be a great match. This could possibly be the match of the night. I'm into both of these guys. I just have a hard time seeing WWE put the focus that I think it really deserves. We like both of these guys. The crowd is completely behind both of these guys, but it seems like it's just, it's still lost in the mid card for me. But maybe you guys are right. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are delivering the more focus than I'm seeing. But to me, it just seems like it's just something else going on that they're kind of throwing together. They're not giving it the time that it really requires, and we want.
Well, I mean, consider this match and look at one of our Slammy Award presenters, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and Macho Man. WrestleMania 3 stole the show. Wasn't expected to. I think this has potential to be a similar match, and then at that point, the sky's the limit for both guys.
Yeah, and
just to clarify, I did not say it would be. I'm not saying that this match will necessarily be on that level. I'm just saying it's got quite the potential to have it.
But there isn't much for it to compete against. Yeah, we as fans really want to see them go all out with Ambrose versus Wyatt. But I don't think that's the top match for WWE. WWE's top match is Cena versus Rollins, and I would not say Rollins versus Cena is anywhere even close to that top billing like an Andre versus Hogan was, So yeah, while this match might steal the show, what is it really stealing the show from? You know,
you never know. I mean, when Cena's been beaten, he's been kind of like Sheamus. I think they both tend to lose. If they're going to lose a gimmick match, it's going to be a tables match.
It's definitely not an ambulance match or stretcher match or
Jesus.
Pepper on a pole match.
Kennel from Hell match.
All right, so Joe, who are you going with?
I'm going with Ziggler. Dr. Ziggles.
I am also going to go with Ziggler. Nick, you're going to go with Luke Harper.
Yeah, I think Harper retains.
Okay. Tag Team Championships, Miz and Mizdow versus Usos. Is this going to be the match that breaks up Miz and Mizdow, or where do you think this is going next, Nick?
I don't know if I want to hazard a guess as to whether this will break them up. I forecasted that with complete certainty for Survivor Series, and look where we're at. I do think that they'll retain. I think it's a little too soon for the Usos to get another title reign under their belt. And I don't know if I really want the Usos to be the ones that get the titles off Miz and Mizdow. I almost want to see a scenario where Sandow quits as a stunt double and Miz replaces him with somebody else, and that somebody else is a new tag team champ. And they feud over who really is the tag team champions.
I'm the tag team champions.
No, I'm the tag team champions. I thought of something similar, Nick, but I mean, my thought on it is Miz and Mizdow lose the titles, probably by Miz getting pinned. I'm not going to say that it'd necessarily be Mizdow. Where they're going to still be together, but rocky until the Royal Rumble, in which Mizdow eliminates Miz, which would lead them to a back and forth of DQs until WrestleMania.
I could definitely see that. In fact, I am immensely entertained by the prospect of Mizdow eliminating Miz, then eliminating himself.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's how I see. I don't necessarily see Miz. I don't see Mizdow eliminating Miz, but I do see Mizdow eliminating himself after Miz gets eliminated. Because we saw shades of that this week.
Yeah.
What about Naomi? So Robert Carmichael is bringing up the fact that Naomi seems to be sort of intertwined in this match, where Miz was trying to hook her up with a producer or something like that. I don't know. And obviously the Uso that she is married to was very upset about that. So overall, do you think that's going to play anywhere in this?
Was she involved in anything this week?
Segment.
Yeah,
okay.
I think all we had fiance Uso being enraged while he walked.
Stay away from my girl.
Yeah, his brother out to the ring, and then he got ejected from the match because he kept trying to go after Miz.
Yeah.
Okay. Clearly, this is an avenue to get Maurice back in WWE.
She did have a very nice ALS Ice Bucket Challenge video. It was in slow motion.
Of course it was.
All right, so Nick, you're saying Miz and Mizdow retain. Joe, you're going to go with the Usos?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to go with Miz and Mizdow retaining.
That's a bad choice, my friend.
We'll see. Nick's been on a roll lately. I don't know if you noticed.
I know, right? It's almost like I know what I'm doing.
Ryback versus Kane in a chairs match. This, I'm kind of confused to why it's here. Like, I know there was like the tension between Kane and Ryback when Ryback was gonna maybe join forces with Team Authority, and then backstage, Kane like threw a hot dog at Ryback, and then all of a sudden they have a match.
Yeah, Kane essentially drove Ryback away from the Authority by trying to boss him around, and Ryback said, "You're not the boss of me, Dad," and then walked away.
I just love the fact that Kane was working concessions.
Yeah.
At least we know he could just like get the grill even hotter by raising his arms and throwing his fist down.
Yeah.
Flare up.
So personally, I can't see Kane winning. This has to be a Ryback win, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could feed him more hot dogs. I mean, Ryback's got to win. There's nothing left for Kane. as Corporate Kane. You almost need Kane to get injured or something to get him off TV to give him one last run on the mask. Or at least as the Devil's favorite demon.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, we are unanimously going with Ryback. Cena versus Rollins in a tables match to determine who will face Brock Lesnar whenever that takes place. Who you got? Nick?
I see Rollins putting Cena through a table. I would want, if it were at all physically possible, I would want Rollins put Cena through a table via not blackout. What the curb stomp? Still want it to be named blackout. But yeah, I just don't know if that's physically possible. But I do see Rollins winning this match, and I strongly suspect they're going to have Reigns come back for this match and put spear Rollins through a table post-match.
So Rollins wins, but then immediately goes into a feud with Reigns.
Yeah, because Reigns did say on one of his many satellite interviews that he is coming for Rollins next. So I think this would be a good way to lead into that.
So next pay-per-view, though, is Royal Rumble. So do you see that turning into a match at Royal Rumble, or they're both involved, or what's going on with Brock Lesnar? Do you think, where does this fit in with the number one contendership?
I think Reigns and Rollins will be fighting over the number one contendership to see who goes up against Brock.
So we're going to skip another pay-per-view with Brock Lesnar. No Brock Lesnar.
Of course. No, I actually think, I don't think we're going to get Rollins and Reigns until February. And it won't be over the briefcase. Because I think Reigns is going to end up winning the Rumble. But with both men having a way to have a shot at the champ, we definitely could see a cash in at the end of WrestleMania. We could see, or we have a feud going forward.
Sure. After
WrestleMania. I think we'll have a match beforehand, but I don't think we're going to get, we're not going to get the whole feud. I think Rollins will be in the Rumble. That being said, no, Reigns will be in the Rumble. Rollins, he might also be in the Rumble, and that would get really awkward. Because what if Rollins won the Rumble and had the briefcase?
And the number one contendership.
Number one contender forever.
Yeah. So.
Well, I mean, this stipulation is only the number one. Cena loses the number one contendership. It doesn't mean that Rollins will be the number one contender.
Yeah, the match is for the number one contendership.
I thought the stipulation was only that Cena loses.
Yeah. It's just that Rollins is automatically number one contender whenever he wants because briefcase.
What? Let me pull this up. I thought whoever won was the number one contender, briefcase or not.
No, it was the anonymous Raw general manager told Cena that if he loses at TLC, he loses his number one contendership.
That's the only stipulation. So win or lose Rollins, it doesn't affect Rollins.
You're right. You're right. WWE.com right now says it should be noted that if Rollins wins, he will not become number one contender. Instead, a new one will be named in Cena's place. I liked it better when Rollins was going to be both the briefcase holder and the number one contender and the Royal Rumble winner.
At that point, does Brock just surrender his belt and Rollins becomes champ by default?
No, because of the stipulation that as long as Brock Lesnar is champion, he doesn't have to defend it.
Oh yeah, Kayfabe News did report that there is a 300-day rule now.
Yeah.
I thought it was a 1,000-day rule.
According to Kayfabe News, it's just 300.
Yeah.
300 is what I read.
This is Sparta.
So, overall, though, with that in mind, I'm okay, Nick, with the idea of Rollins versus Reigns moving forward. I was under false pretenses, I guess. So, cool deal. I'm with you guys. Rollins wins. I like that idea. Which leads us to the main event. I would imagine. I think this is the main event, just because it was the first match booked. Seems like to be a lot of heavy focus on it, and that is Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt in a TLC match. Overall, lots of potential to be the match of the night. Obviously, the best feud happening right now in WWE. So, thoughts on who's going to walk out with the win, Joe?
Well, walking out with the win, I think, is going to be Dean Ambrose. I think we're going to get a good match back and forth, but they really haven't gone with too many wins for Bray in pay-per-view and pay-per-views. So while I think he's going to have good showing, I think Dean Ambrose is going to win the match. But since they're not fighting for a title, what the hell are they pulling down? I mean, because it is a ladder match. There is something they have to get off the 15 feet up, right?
It's a TLC match.
Right, but haven't all TLC matches in the past been for? I mean, they've been for a belt generally.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So what are they going for?
They're fighting for the key to the cell door of Ambrose's father.
Oh,
are you serious?
No,
No.
for fuck's sake, Carson.
It's like I know I missed like 2 weeks, but I don't remember that ever being said.
I can tell you anything I want.
Hey, Nick, that's 2 achievements unlocked today.
I am on a fucking roll.
Achievement unlocked. Confused Garvin. He's lost in his beard.
So yeah, it does like Robert is saying in the live chat. It's no longer with something hanging above the ring like you were suggesting, Joe. That's usually the case. There's usually titles up there or something.
Or the case.
Yeah, but this is probably going to be more along the lines of a Full Metal Mayhem match where you're just going to have tables, ladders, and chairs and just have at it.
Could always be just a contract or something. Some dog treat. I don't know. It's just something. Because other than that, I mean, what's the point of climbing a ladder?
Wait, you saying contract made me think of something. Number 1 contendership. Last minute changes for number 1 contendership. And you get Rollins, Reigns, and Ambrose fighting to fight Brock.
I love it.
But where do you put Bray?
Well, Bray loses.
Yeah. Which kind of goes against my rationale for this. Is before that, I thought Bray was going to win because this is the first time we've seen Bray really get rattled. When his chair got smashed, he was wrecked.
Yeah, and to me, that move was too soon for the character.
But the issue though is this is like Bray's first real feud as a singles guy without the Wyatt family backing him up.
Right, that's why I think it's a little too soon, because now you've taken away his link to Sister Abigail, as it were, as far as we've known. I don't think that story was done yet.
Yeah.
That connection to the chair.
Real quick, I'm going through the Wikipedia list of previous TLC matches, and this is actually the first time outside of the WLC, of course, that no title will be on the line. So WLC, that was just a regular hardcore match with a lot of, weapons kind of thing. So I think that's the same route they're going to go here. But I just want to throw that out, that this is like outside of the midget wrestlers of WLC, this is the first time no title will be on the line.
That is pretty damn interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate the fact that we don't have the freaking title defended anymore. And it doesn't seem like anybody's bothered by it. It really doesn't. It doesn't seem like the fans give a shit anymore.
Well, I mean, I think the pay-per-views would mean more if the title was there. Like right now, at least me personally, the way I'm observing everyone in the Facebook group and everything, it seems like everyone's kind of lackadaisical with WWE as of late, especially with the title not there. Like, we're not really looking forward to pay-per-views anymore. So I think people do care. It's just that, well, what can we do? Just continue to complain and no titles there?
I mean, if we do end up having a number 1 contenders match at this point,
yeah.
Actually, either that or if Cena wins, we better see Brock Lesnar. Even if he just comes out and gives an F5 or even just stands on the stage, we need a Brock Lesnar appearance.
Agreed.
To make sure that he's relevant.
At least on the Raw after, yeah.
Yeah, like Sunday and Monday. We need a Brock Lesnar appearance.
I don't know if you want to use up 2 dates just to have him stand there.
I mean, I understand he's only got 3 left, and he's not planning on losing the title to the 4th, but I don't know. I just for him to come out and make his presence at the pay-per-view after something happened. I guess you only need him on Monday. You're right, but you have to have Paul Heyman stand out there. Then.
Well, sure.
You definitely need the Brock Lesnar presence, be it him or his advocate. I mean, it's a must. We need to be reminded that Brock Lesnar is still out there, and it's got to be a reminder at a pay-per-view.
Right.
So, and it can't be Heyman watching from the kickoff panel.
No, it has to be Heyman on top of the ramp.
Yeah.
If it's going to be Heyman, it's got to be Heyman on top of the ramp, or he gets in the ring. I don't know what he'd do in the ring. Maybe eat a cheeseburger. I don't know. Fat Tom Hanks. I just don't understand. Like, he looks like a Fat Tom Hanks.
He kind of does. Wow.
My friends have been saying it for at least 10 years. But, yeah, we need that presence so that, you know, the champ is relevant and there's a reason to bring him back.
Sure.
I mean, other than that, we might as well just pull the world title championship and just like, hey, we made this one. Let's put it on Triple H again.
Yeah. I don't know. There's definitely a lot of different ways you can go about it. I love the idea of Rollins, Reigns, and Ambrose fighting for the number one contendership in some capacity. And yeah, I think that would require Cena losing and then them making the Ambrose versus Wyatt for a title shot. I think that would be perfect. That would be epic. I don't know if WWE will do it, but it would be really sweet if they did.
Agreed.
So, but that is WWE tables, ladders, chairs, and stairs. There probably won't be any additions. We've got 9 matches right now, so pretty stacked. No room for filler because they've already added the filler matches ahead of time, which is nice of WWE for doing. Overall, though, are you guys looking forward to this pay-per-view? Real quick, Nick?
I think so.
Yep, I agree. I think this is going to be a fun one. It's got potential.
Yep. I am also looking forward to it, and I am actually going to attend. So I'll let you guys know how it comes off in front of the live crowd. But it is here in Cleveland, so.
Where are you sitting?
Section 100 or 101 or something like that. So it's not the floor seats; it's like the first level, right above.
You should. I mean, at least you'll have a good view.
Yeah. It should be a really good view. And yeah, I'm going with my brother. It should be a fun time.
Sweet.